Good morning, seventh graders. As you can tell, I'm still in quarantine with my daughter, so I'm really ready to be back with you guys. So today we are discussing changes in dimension. This is chapter 4, lesson 3. What you need to know is we're going to do 2 trapezoids and then 2 triangles, and we're going to change the dimensions on each of them. And they're going to be similar figures. So it's going to be really easy. You got to be able to describe what has happened to the perimeter and what has happened to the area since we changed the dimensions. Another thing, we have one more lesson, and then Thursday you're going to be taking your practice test, and Friday you will be taking your chapter 4 test. So guys, I cannot stress it enough. If you're having problems, I need to see you at tutorials. If you're having problems, I need you to tell me. You cannot keep going when you don't understand things, okay? I'm here to teach you, and I don't mind answering questions. I welcome them. Okay, guys, so get ready. Today's going to be easy. Okay, welcome back. We're going to start with trapezoids and discussing the difference in perimeter, and then we'll do area. And we're going to use the same trapezoids. So what would be really good for you right now is to make sure you're paying attention. You may want to pause and write this out and find the perimeter, which we know finding perimeter from, we've been learning it since 3rd grade, super easy. It's just adding all the sides, okay? We're not going to include the height in perimeter, but we need that height when we get to area. So if you want to pause and then find the perimeter of this figure, and these are not drawn to scale, which means it's not drawn to what it would look like in real life. Okay, so if you want to find the perimeter of this figure, and then find the perimeter of that figure, and then kind of figure out, like, in your mind, what is the change in these dimensions, okay? So I would strongly suggest doing that. I think that would be super easy route for you guys. So if you want to pause and do it, go for it. I think that is going to help you. But I'm going to try to go quickly because I'm trying to keep my lessons short and sweet. All right. So perimeter is the distance around a figure, adding all the sides. Okay, so I like to look for things that add to be 10 because that's always super easy. And we have 5 and 5, so that's 10. And 6 plus 12 is 18, okay? So the perimeter of this one is 28, okay? Right? Because 0 plus 8 is 8, and 1 plus 1 is 2. All right, so I know 10 and 10 is 20, and I know I probably could do 24 plus 12, but I'll just do it like this. 4 plus 2 is 6, and 2 plus 2 is 4, and 4 plus 1 is 5. All right, so what is the difference in 28 and 56? Well, if I look at the sides, if I can look at these sides and I can see this side to this side has doubled. This side to this corresponding side has doubled. This side to this side corresponding side has doubled. This base to this base has doubled. So if I did 28 times 2, because this is not one that I know off the top of my head. 8 times 2 is 16. The 6 can stay. The 1 got to go. And 2 times 2 is 4. And 4 plus 1 is 56. So the perimeter is doubled, or the perimeter is multiplied by 2. Okay? So that one was pretty easy, right? All right, so let's find the area. All right, now I have the formula memorized from long ago teaching junior high. Area of a trapezoid, so I'll just put it right here. Area of a trapezoid is a strange little booger. There's 2 different formulas, and you can use which one you like. 1/2 times base 1 plus base 2 times the height, or you can do the one I like to do. I like to do base 1, which base 2. I like to do that for times height, and I like to divide all of it by 2. That's my personal preference. Not that fractions scare me, they don't, but multiplying by 1/2 is the same as dividing by 2. So to me, it's easier just to divide in half. But to each his own, and you do however you want to do. All right, so here's the deal. I'm going to use this one. If you don't want to use that one, that is totally fine. All right, so here we go. All right, so I noticed that this is doubled, and this is doubled, and this is doubled. All of mine are doubled, and I don't know, is the area going to be doubled or not? We'll have to figure it out. All right, so let me just erase this again. Also, I'd like to point out when I'm rewriting this formula, the base 1 and base 2 is the sum of the parallel sides, which these two are parallel. Parallel means they never cross. They run like railroad tracks. So times the height divided by 2. All right, so base 1, it doesn't even matter which one is base 1. I'm going to do 6 plus 12, and we're going to multiply it by 4 and divide all this by 2. 6 plus 12 is 18. So we have 18 times 4 divided by 2. Okay, we'll come over here and do 18 times 4. 72. Okay, so area is 72 divided by 2, which is, I think it's 36. So the area of this trapezoid is 36. Okay. So let's check this one out. So area is equal to base 1 plus base 2 times the height divided by 2. Guys, I always like to write the formula, plug it in, and go the steps down. If your brain is anything like mine, which self-diagnosed, never been to a doctor, pretty sure I'm ADHD. I'm sure you can tell by my videos or by having me in the classroom. I have to do these steps in order to keep up with what's going on. It's an organizational thing for me. So, all right, so area 12 plus 24 times 8 divided by 2. 12 and 24 is 36. So area is 36 times 8, the height, and we're going to divide that in half. So I'm going to come over here, 36 times 8. 6 times 8 is 48. The 8 can stay. The 4 got to go. 3 times 8 is 24, and 24 plus 4 is 28. So we have area equals 288, and you can do it like this, divided by 2. So I'm going to come over here. I'm actually going to divide it by 2, which I can divide this in my head because 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So on this one, 36, and on that one, 44. I know that that is more than doubled, correct? So yeah, because 36 times 2 is 72. Right there, duh. Okay. So it's more than doubled. I wonder if the area is tripled. Well, let's see. 36 times 3, 18. Nope, it's more than tripled. Let's see if it's quadrupled. We're getting closer. 6 times 4 is 24. Uh-oh, it's in and in 4. Looks like it's a winner chicken dinner, but let's keep going to find out. 3 times 4 is 12, and 12 plus 2 is 144. All right. So it looks like the area is times 4. Okay. It's quadrupled. All right. So up next is triangles. Okay. Not difficult at all. All right, guys. So now we're at triangles. As you can see, I have this triangle, which is 7, 8, 9. And the height of it is 6. And then I have 35, 40, 45, and 35. So perimeter changes. I can see that these are times 5. So my perimeter is probably going to be times 5. So we know that finding the perimeter of a triangle is super easy at all sides. So I suggest at this point, pause the video, find the perimeter of both figures, and let's see if what we have is times 5. Let's see if it's what our prediction is, because based on the trapezoid with perimeter, that's what it was. So let's check it out and let's see. All right, so pause and try. Okay, so here we go. So we know perimeters at all sides. So I know that 9 plus 8 is 17, and 17 plus 7 is going to be 24, okay? So let's just see 24 times 5. Let's see if it's right. 120. Let's see, okay? So I'm going to add 45 and 40, and that is going to be 85. I'm just doing it in my head. And 85 plus 35, 0, 120. All right, so this is times 5, right? It's getting bigger times 5. So the change in dimensions for the perimeter is times 5, okay? We kind of knew that. All right, next up is area. I have just told you guys before. I'm just going to tell you again. Area of a triangle is equivalent to half base times height, or it could be area equals base times height divided by 2. You know I'm going with base times height divided by 2. It's just easier for me to divide by 2. The reason triangles are divided by 2. Okay, the reason the area is half of the base times height, or base times height divided by 2, is because if you look at a square or a rectangle, doesn't matter which one, square or rectangle, when you find the area, it's length times width, right? Or, yeah, length times width. So let's use these. Okay, so let's say that it is 9, and then, well, let's see, 9 and 8 and 7. I don't really have that 7 right. That's not even proper measurements. If this is 9 and this is 8, that's 72, right? But we don't. They do it like that because they just want you to cut this in half, because it's half of a rectangle. Square, or half of a rectangle. Okay, so it's half of that, and that's why you divide it by 2. Okay, so in case you wanted to know, another little mini lesson. Okay, so the area is equal to base times height divided by 2. Now, if you like 1/2 times base times height, go for it. All right, so my base is 9. The height of this is 6. 9 times 6 divided by 2. Okay, 9 times 6, if you do the 9 strict, it's 54. So area is equal to 54 divided by 2. Okay, 54 divided by 2. Oh, not 4. Miss Mitchell. 27. Okay, so the area, hopefully you got it right, of this triangle is 27. Okay, right now, area of this one, these are bigger numbers. Base times height divided by 2. Area is equal to 45 times 30 divided by 2. Okay, so let's do the trick where we leave the 0 hanging off. 15, 12, 13. Woo! 1,350 divided by half. Divide that by 2. 6, 12, 1. That goes in 7 times. 14. Ooh, 675. Okay. 675. That's big. Let's see. Let's see if it's times 5. Let's see if the area is times 5. Okay, so 27 times 5. 7 times 5 is 35. The 5 can stay. The 3 got to go. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 3 is 13. Yeah. Okay, so 135. I am way far from 675. So I probably need, if this is 135, I probably need at least 3 more of these. So let's see, 27. Let's do 27 times 15. Okay, I know. I needed 3 more 5s. 27, let's do 27 times 15. Okay, 7 times 5 is 35. The 5 can stay, but the 3 got to go. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 3. Okay, win my egg. We got 7. 2 times 1 is 2. Almost added that 3. That's why you got to scratch, scratch, lay an egg. Okay, so 5, 10. Ooh, 405. I'm still far away. Let's do let's do 27 times 20. I don't know. It's not going to be times 20. It's got to be in 5. Let's do 27 times 25. Let's just try that. 7 times 5 is 35. 5 can stay. 3 got to go. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 3 is 13. We already know this. We've done it. 7 times 2 is 14. The 4 can stay. The 1 got to go. 2 times 2 is 4. And 4 plus 1 is 5. Let's see. 5, 7, 6. Oh, wow. It is. The area of this is times 25. It's 25 times larger. I mean, that took a long time to find that. So I don't think that you guys should have a problem with this. It's just a little guessing game. Probably your questions are probably not going to ask you, so many of them are probably not going to be like this. It's going to be like, find the change in the dimension or whatever, which y'all can easily do. If you have questions when you get to the lesson part, or I mean the quizzes part, raise your hand, okay? Raise your hand and ask me. I'm here to help. If you're virtual, email me. I'm here to help.